Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. This is Miloš Majore, recording from London. We're recording a special episode today dedicated to International Women's Day with a message from our friend Imane Assaf. Of course, Women's Day was on March 8th, so we are releasing this episode a few days after, but as soon as we were able to with our recording schedule. Regardless of what day the world takes a moment to recognize, the efforts and challenges of Lebanese humanitarian workers on the ground remains immense as the work goes on, as does the incredible efforts made by Lebanese women and women across the globe involved in humanitarian aid. We want the focus here to be on Imane's words and her story, so we will keep this introduction brief. Just as a reminder, you can directly support Imane and the team at Ahla Fawda through the link in the description of this episode. You can also share Imane's story with a friend you think it would resonate with, and you can of course check out the rest of Imane's story as well as the story of Ahla Fawda in our previous episodes. We will continue to stand with the people of Lebanon, support our friends at Ahla Fawda, and do what we can to share their stories with the world. We have linked a special article from the Lebanese digital magazine, The Beiruter, written by Catherine Sorensen, which further highlights the stories of Lebanese women as they observe the holy month of Ramadan during this time of war. A special thank you to our friend Yumna Mustafa Miller for helping us to share this story by bringing you Imane's words for this episode.
Day 7. A slower day for us, though I'm not sure the same can be said about the war. Today, our focus was preparing meals for the displaced in schools. It has become the only operation that allows us to briefly step out the Eco Hub, a small Sunday break and an eye-opening glimpse into the world beyond its walls. For the first time in a week, I joined the team during food distribution. It was also the first moment I caught up with the news. More than 500,000 people displaced, 80 children killed, 4 paramedics targeted and killed in their ambulance. Numbers you read, but you cannot fully process. As much as Lebanon has sadly grown used to evil, cold-blooded, monstrous attacks, this time feels even more dangerous. No warnings, no evacuation messages, just strike after strike, terrorizing lives and expanding the chain of death. Walking through Beirut today, I saw the city in all its paradox. A wounded city still breathing, restaurants filled with people dining, shops open, life continuing. War is the main topic at the tables as people search for a brief moment of comfort, escaping the weight of their anxiety. Even though I knew about the people sleeping in cars and on the streets, today was my first real interaction with them outside the Eco Hub, and it was painful to witness. A mother sitting on thin layers of cardboard, a carpet by day, a bed by night. Women holding their children close to share warmth, men lighting small fires from whatever they can find, others building tents with bamboo sticks and bed sheets. Children run towards us smiling. The cups of yogurt we distribute seem to bring them even more joy than the food itself. Then someone calls out, "Please, there are people down by the shore. No one is going there to serve them food." At the same time, I was shocked, as in the last war, to see large amount of packaged food left untouched on some street corners. Too much delivered, poor coordination, it's difficult to understand. The displaced remain on the streets until they find shelter or manage to leave Beirut. Yet every day new evacuees arrive, while others choose to return home, risking the war but holding on to their dignity. Today is Women's Day. Witnessing these mothers hiding their pain and fear while still trying to comfort their children is a reminder of the quiet strength women carry in the darkest moments. To these mothers especially, happy Women's Day. May God bless you, give you strength, and hopefully give you back the life you deserve. And to my own mother, who taught me everything I know and who today sits at home worrying about me like all mothers do. Thank you for your love and the strength you passed on to me. I haven't seen you for a whole week and I don't know when I will next have the chance to drive up to the mountains and feel that comforting hug that always gives me strength. But perhaps this strength, the one mothers pass on to their children, is the same strength that keeps this city alive. Beirut has always been a contradiction, fragile and unbreakable, still alive, still standing, the bravest woman of all. And somehow, despite the struggle, Lebanon will continue to stand.
Hello to our listeners. This is Andrew Loftusness recording from Istanbul. I want to say thank you again to our friend Yumna for helping us with today's episode. At the start of today's episode, Milosh recommended an article from the Beiruter titled Ramadan Persists in Lebanon at War. That article is written by Catherine Sorensen. And of course, we have linked it in the description of this episode. The reason we are recommending this article to you is because it does a very powerful job of presenting the true human side of the story that is very important for us to bring you here at the St. Martin's Club podcast, and that we think is often lost in the 24/7 news cycle that we live in. This article in particular follows the story of Lebanese women who have found themselves displaced due to Israeli bombardment as they seek shelter in Beirut. It also will provide you a really good close-up look at a lot of the work our friends with Ahla Fawda are doing 24/7 in response to this ongoing humanitarian crisis. As always, we have also linked a description to Ahla Fawda so that you can support their work directly. This has been an episode of the St. Martin's Cloak Podcast. Today is March 12th, 2026. Thank you for listening, and stay safe.